if you have the same money and you can buy this or this, which do you get? Come on. You get an AR. Why? Well, we're going to talk about that. But what if you can't? Then we're going to talk about, in many cases, you may not have access to an AR. And in this case, the Henry rifle, chambered in .38 357 Magnum, is not a tactical run and gun rifle. It has a maximum of 10 rounds, and then you have to reload. We'll talk about reloading this one in a minute. Some reload through the side. This one reloads through a magazine underneath the barrel. But a lever gun, you have 10 rounds. This is an excellent home defense or hunting rifle or a personal defense rifle. It can be used to repel boarders in your home. But one thing you need to make sure that you do, and that is you're going to use this to get to cover, and then you will shoot from behind cover. Now, the rate of fire of this is regulated by how fast you can manipulate the lever. Believe it or not, using the skills of a good rifleman, the rate of fire of this, for those 10 rounds that you have, will be very similar to the rate of fire of an AR under the same circumstances. You're not going to be putting suppressive fire with this, and unless you have an AR set to select fire, which is fully automatic, you don't want to use that for suppressive fire either, not as an individual. So remember, this was the automatic assault weapon of its day, the repeating rifle. My point here is that it was good enough for defense then, and it's good enough now. So let's talk about how you would use this. The first part is you're going to use this mostly to get to cover and from behind cover. And the reason for that is after you've done your 10 rounds, you have to reload. You will not be standing and firing this weapon. You can, but you'll probably be a pretty good target for somebody doing that. So the first thing to remember is the action, right? Once you're out of ammo, you can reload this one round at a time through the chamber, put round on a chamber, close the lever, and then go ahead and fire. And you will do that for each round. You will eject the round, put another round in, chamber the round, and fire. Now, you can do this for as many rounds as you have, which is almost unlimited. It just depends on how many you have around available to you. However, it's 3 seconds per shot. Pretty close. So you really need to be, again, behind cover when you do that. 1 round per every 3 seconds is enough for a rifleman to get on target. You can mount and should mount an optic on your lever gun. This is a variable optic from 0 to 4 power, and has a lit reticle inside. It's a Burris LRS, and it is very good for both hunting. If you hunt, and it'll take this rifle out to about 200 yards. It's a 357 Magnum, so you're probably not going to be going beyond that with an effective range. The second part is that if you're older, even though it comes with good iron sights, in low light you can't see the front sight. and with my kind of eyes, you can't see it anyway. I even had to paint put some day glow paint on there, which makes it kind of fun in the daytime, but still in low light it's hard to see. So an optic becomes mandatory. This one has a lit reticle, so that you can get on target at close range if you need to. You want to have a sling, especially with your lever gun. And the reason for that is, if you run out of ammo, this is 8 pounds, so when you run out of ammo and you need to move to another place, you can sling your rifle and go to your pistol as secondary to give yourself cover as you get to a secondary cover location. And from there, you can reload, as we talked about earlier. We can reload 1 round at a time, 1 round every 3 seconds. Or, if there's enough time, you can reload the rifle to the magazine. Is here. And you would move like that, pull the rod out, and you would load your ammunition 1 round at a time through the magazine up to your 9 or 10 rounds. 9 rounds is with the 357 Magnum, 10 rounds if it's 38. Now, that takes a little less than a minute to do, and you need to be concentrating on putting the rounds in. So again, this type of rifle is good in a defense situation when you're from behind. My personal preference is the Henry rifle for a lot of reasons. One, it's made 100% in the US. I'm kind of partial to that. But there's some other features to this rifle that make it better. One, it comes optics ready. So you can mount an optic on this. It has a rail that you get as an accessory, and now you can mount an optic on it. There are many types of lever rifles where the rounds eject from the top, and so you can't mount an optic on it, which limits what you can do with the rifle. The other thing that I really like about this rifle is the smoothness of the action. Now, why that's important is that many people, when they fire or work the action, they grip the top, right? Work the action, come back, and grip the top and shoot. The correct way to hold this is with the offhand, up against the shoulder, in tight, just like an AR. Then, this hand does only one thing. Move the lever, work the trigger. Move the lever, work the trigger. Now what that does is it allows you to stay on target for a lot longer, and if you need to do a more rapid fire, you can with more accuracy, and that accuracy will be out to about 50 yards doing it that way. This is not intended to be a rapid fire rifle. Is it a repeating rifle? If you have a choice for a first rifle, my suggestion is you get a semi-automatic rifle, an AR or an AK if you prefer that. 1 is none, 2 is 1. Your second rifle, you really should consider a lever rifle, a lever repeating rifle, and my suggestion is the Henry rifle, chambered in whatever round you have above 22. So it should be a center fired. I was going to do some range footage for this particular video, more for dramatic effect than anything else. But the important part is to show you the difference between the decisions in using a lever gun for defense and self-defense, as well as the decision if you only have that initial amount of money. You're going to go and get a semi-automatic rifle. If you have the money later, then you're going to go, or should, look at a lever gun as some kind of backup. The good part about that, obviously, is You can also go have a secondary pistol chambered in the same rounds as your rifle. This can help a lot because you don't have to worry about which ammo to carry. Again, that would depend on your situation. So, thanks for watching. If you have any comments, please let me know down below. If you like the video, let me know that too. Thanks for watching. Carry on.